Okay. I guess it helps if I actually add myself to the stream. Hey, Grace Case. Hey, Juju. Oh, my goodness, y'all. Sorry. Had a moment. Mr. Mousy kind of banged his leg, you know. So I had to fix him up. I was indeed bubbling, but I was doing a different kind of bubble today. I'm having the adult kind of bubbles. Yeah, sorry about the time change, y'all. I didn't know how long it was going to take for me to fix his legs, so you know, um, yeah. So I pushed it back for a few minutes just to make sure that y'all weren't sitting here waiting forever and then like what's going on. So yeah, but yeah, we have the tank's a little cloudy. It'll clear up. Hang on, I'll come back in. I'm gonna go out and come back in. Okay, so I happened to back all the way out this time. You know. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, I put the tank cam on tonight. It's a little cloudy, but I just did a filter change, and a couple of days before that, I did a water change. Oh, sorry, gotta fix the camera. Oh, hang on. Let me stop that camera real quick. Hey, Shangy, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome back. Let me get this little camera set up here real quick, y'all, and then I will throw the aquarium back on. Oh, um, hang on 1 second, y'all. Let me mute this right. Okay, we have the aquarium cam back. I'm back. All right, everything's found. All the supplies are put up. Now we can actually start streaming. Oh my goodness. So yeah, Mr. Mousy doesn't know where he hit his leg, but he hit his leg somewhere, and it doesn't take much for him to get a boo boo. So he got one, and we cleaned it up, and it you know. So how's everyone doing? Oh, look, one of the little guys is coming by to say hey. It's like here, let me try to clean this view up for you for real quick. It's like here, I gotta clean this window. Just don't mind me. Just don't mind that little guy. Okay, so we probably won't see a Fishner tonight because he is doing convention stuff, and yeah, so he's probably probably still doing convention stuff. I know he's got a couple of late days going on, um, so yeah, I am tuckered out too, Juju. It's been a long week. Yeah, telling them get their stuff and go. it's like, I warn everyone, hey, I'm gonna start streaming here in a minute, and then they wait until after I started. Hey, let's come noise everywhere. Hang on. To finish my light work there, had to, boot them all out. Got his tanks gone. Was that his name? Snails have been like flying around the tank all day. So that's what I get for smacking everyone around and booting them out of the living room. Because I got booted too. So eventually, I will have everything working here. Now, you too, Kitty. Really, really, buddy. Swear, it's been that kind of day, y'all. Waiting for my internet to catch back up because it's deciding it doesn't want to actually connect right now. Oh, y'all. Man. These little fishies are so adorable. I need like 10 more of them in here. Maybe. Oh, I think that's him cleaning the tank. He's knocking stuff around. So, what's everyone else got going on? There's been some reports coming out from Mr. Sergeant Snail that he's getting reports of missing sea monkeys. I tell him no one's missing. He doesn't believe me. I've taken him in there twice so he can see that everyone's still there. He's already detained some hornworms. He found a crystal ball. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what that guy is doing. That's the janitor fish. He you know, he likes to keep the tank clean. The snails are doing their work right now. The Skiffia are making a mess of everything, though. They are tearing this tank up. And it didn't help, y'all. So, on top of all the reports of the missing sea monkeys, I had to clean the filter. And I accidentally broke the filter. So I was trying to fix it, got it working and everything. But I put a new one that I'd gotten in, and oh my God, it blew everything around in the tank. Like, it literally, like, it just Everything is on the other side of the tank now because the filter just old filter. See, good to see ya. Oh, see, I just started doing aquariums again. Um, so I'm getting there. This is my first tank with actual real plants in it. Oh no, not again. Okay, let's see if that's any better. So, yeah, as I was saying, I totally didn't kill all of those sea monkeys. I don't know how they died, but they're not dead. They're still swimming. They're really they're fine. They're fine. Um, all those sea monkeys are fine. Sergeant Snail doesn't need to keep looking. It's all good. All right, I'm gonna take the camera down for a minute and see if that helps. Because I think that's pulling. That's like too much. You know. I don't hate the sea monkeys. Those sea monkeys were a passion project. It took blood, sweat, and a lot of angry, frustrated tears to get those sea monkeys to live. Now, you know, for 6 months, them going with no more added baby monkeys. That's been a good long haul there. But I swear, the sea monkeys are fine. Sergeant Snail, I told him he doesn't need to do a press release this week. He doesn't need to talk about it. We just need to sweep this under the rug. And, you know, we need to, you know, but they don't have any rocks now. There are no more rocks, anyone. Hey, AC. Well, see, they did go live for 2 minutes earlier that day and said, hey, and how was I supposed to know that salt water was really corrosive and was going to deteriorate the tank they were in to where now I can't even move it? See, they're there, they're fine. There are monkeys. I promise there are sea monkeys still. They're going to come back. They're going to be bigger and better. They're going to have this beautiful new tank. Of course, I have to find it first. But for now, they're toughing it out. They're fine. They're fine. No, I don't know. If we find any more suspects in the tank, then, are outside trying to get in. Yeah, if you want to see, if you want to hear about what's going on with those sea monkeys, yes, check out the community tab. All the sea monkey updates are going to be there. I promise you, there's no foul play going on. I don't. I think Sergeant Snail is taking things too far. I told him he just needs to chill out. You know, um, he's got some red string and some boards in the tank under the piece of wood. I've told him, I was like, look, don't clutter that thing up. Do not clutter the tank. The baby Picostomus, they're like, the baby plecos, they're like, hey, we didn't see nothing, we didn't do nothing, but you know, I don't know if I trust those kids because they're kids and they kind of got bad attitudes. So you know, and Fishner's not here. Maybe he's got maybe he knows something about the sea monkeys, but he's not here, so we can't really know. Fish Nerd is fine. I'm telling you, Fish Nerd is fine. Nothing's happened to him. Sean's fine. Fish Nerd's fine. You know, it's all good, y'all. And have you seen how fat Mrs. Skiffia has gotten, y'all? Have you seen how big that fishy has gotten? I don't know what she's eating, but she's gotten huge. And I think she might have babies, but I haven't seen any babies in the tank yet. So we need to keep an eye on that. All good in the fish hood. Exactly, Christola. There is no foul play going on here. If I see a Southern Barbie hanging around my tank, though, we are going to have problems. I already had to fish a crystal ball out of there, and it tried to say I am not a crystal ball, and I was like, honey, you look like a crystal ball to me, and you act like you're guessing about everything, so you need to go. But as long as we don't, as long as we don't find any unicorns or any like I said, any Southern Barbies in there, we'll be good. We'll be good. We already got the aliens out. Yeah, she has, man. That yeah. I don't even know if she knows what she'd be looking for if she came around the tank. She might get slapped with a fin. Who knows? She might think the fish is like something fun, and then it just whack. Uh, but I am going to start putting the aquarium cam back up in the middle of the night. I was going to do it tonight, but I actually am just going to go to bed tonight. And tomorrow night, I will have it up on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I'm going to have the aquarium cams running from midnight to 5 a.m. Just, footage of the aquarium stream, stuff going on. Still working on sound. That's probably I'm probably gonna have everything finished set up by next week. And get some music playing in the background so that it's more relaxing, peaceful kind of thing. But yeah, other than that, other than cleaning the aquarium, and y'all, I have to tell you something. If you ever order a live animal and it has to come through like the mail, like if it is being shipped by USPS, FedEx, UPS, any of those, I found out something today, and they are supposed to not put your live animals in a parcel locker. They're supposed to bring that directly to your home, especially when it's 90 plus degrees outside. So yeah, not real happy with my postal carrier right now because she may have inadvertently killed some fishies. Because she didn't know better. She's new. Well, just so you know, there's a bunch of mystery snails in the tank, and they are chatty Cathy's. I mean, they will talk your ear off. Sergeant Snail is the only tight-lipped one. So, just letting you know, if you want to talk to someone, and get good with the mystery snails. Yeah, yeah, kind of like that, you know. Um, but so what happened was, I inadvertently, yeah, maybe we should not ship animals for the rest of the summer. So inadvertently, I won a bid off of this website called Aquabid. We can thank Fish Nerd to that for that. And it was a charity bid, and it was $1 auction. So I got 2 fish for $2. Okay, great deal, right? And they're cute little fish. I'll have pictures of them up tomorrow if they're still alive. I don't think they're gonna make it. I'm not carrying too much hope on that at all. Um, but so the guy ships the $2 fish to me, and it's like, okay, they were $2, so I really shouldn't be that upset about it, right? Um, but I kind of am upset about it because it was an animal. Like it was posted as a live animal, and yeah, so they I got the shipping update about the fish, and it said that they were going to be delivered between noon and 2. And so I'm waiting because, anytime Fish Nerd has mailed me live plants, live fish, live anything, um, they have brought it to my door. And then a couple of weeks ago, we got a new mail carrier. And this was after the last time Fish Nerd sent me anything a living, right? Um, so I'm waiting, and I finally get an email saying that my package has been delivered. And I'm like, okay, that's weird because it's 2. And it says it was put in the parcel locker at my, in my community. And that, it's just sitting in there. And hey, April, good to see you. So I'm really kind of confused because it's not supposed to be in the parcel box. So luckily we had the mailbox key at the house, and kiddo went to get it for me. And of course, like, you can hear the water sloshing still. So I'm like, well, there's a chance. And they were alive, and they're still kind of swimming now, but they haven't gotten their color back. And I'm kind of worried about that because when a fish is really stressed, they lose their color, and then when you get them back in stable environment, they get it back. And this has been going on a few hours, and these poor little fishies, I mean, they're swimming, but they just don't look so great. So we shall see. I will. I'll show them off. Hopefully tomorrow. I'll put a short of them up. Juju is not wrong about this, right? Like, I do all of the shipping notifications. If it says it's going to email me, if it's going to text me, if it's going to call me up and say, hey, we delivered your package, I am getting those options. Only because, okay, for a long time, we had a really bad run of couriers couldn't find our house because it was sending them to the wrong street. UPS couldn't find our house. FedEx couldn't find our house. the FedEx in Austell, Georgia. And you guys can look this up. You can Google it and it will come up. Go check it out on Twitter. But man, the FedEx in Austell, if you have a package that goes through there versus Atlanta, you need to add 3 to 5 days onto your delivery date and then pray you get it. So whenever I have anything that's actually gonna come in the mail, I kind of get a little bit of anxiety. And I didn't worry about USPS because obviously they're USPS. They need to know where the houses are. And we never had problems with them until they just switched our carrier. And now she's putting the wrong... Okay, I take that back. Let's rewind this. We stopped having problems after they fixed our mailbox system, and then they could finally tell which mailbox was actually for which house, because that was a problem before that our old postal carrier had. But once they fixed that, once we got our new mailbox system, okay, that stopped. Like for the past 2 years, no problems with USPS. However, we got a new carrier. And since that happened, oh no, we're about to have a kitty fight. Hey, Beryl, can you stop that? Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Okay, so we get a new postal carrier, and apparently she didn't know. I called the supervisor. I talked to the supervisor about the whole situation. I was like, look, I don't even know if I can get into my mailbox, but you better hope I can. And he was like, I am so sorry. And he was like, in the event that your animal dies, we're totally going to pay the insurance out on that, because that should have never went into the parcel locker. See, but that shouldn't happen. Right? That should not happen. And I think that happens like when they have someone that either takes over the route, or, they go on vacation or whatnot. And see, AC, I kind of have to do that thing now, because otherwise, and I can tell you now, like if something's not gonna arrive, I can almost always pinpoint it. It's crazy. Like if they've lost it, or if it's not gonna come, I can tell you what's wrong with whatever's coming to my house, just because of how they update the tracking on it. And it's sad that you have to do that. But my neighbors, if they get any of my packages, they don't bring them to me. If they get my mail, they don't bring it to me. They keep it. And that's kind of not cool, because if I get their stuff, I don't want it. I see a little brown box that, looks inconspicuous. You don't know what's in there. I don't want to see what's in there. I don't like those kinds of surprises. I mean, I'm cool, but you never know where they ordered it from, what it's from. You just don't want to accept a blind package like that. You just don't want to do it. But today I'm kind of glad I was on it, except it was weird because I was checking the shipping on it, the tracking on it, every 30 minutes. And then at 2, I get a notification saying it was delivered, but it was delivered at noon. So I don't know if the fish actually sat there for 2 hours and she just didn't update her deliveries, or if she just delivered it to something and then back timed it. I don't know what she did there. All I know is the fishy should have came to my porch, not gone into the postal locker. And yeah. So I'm also banned from Aquavid, because obviously it's too hot to be buying fish, and you know, I don't really have room for the other fish right now. So yeah, no more fishies. If these two don't make it, then we just chalk it up to experience, and we don't ship any. If we're gonna get fish in the mail, then Fish Nerd has to ship them to me, because I am not going through this stress again. So yeah, like Fish Nerd shipped me those two packages, and they were fine. Like the snails made it, the fishies made it, the plants made it. Everything was fine. But yeah. See, it's kind of cool though, Juju, that you guys have a system. And I was really hoping, Mrs. C, that we were over this, that we had fixed this whole thing, because it's been a while. Even Walmart has been doing better. Like that kind of floored me too when Walmart actually started getting their stuff together, their pickups, their deliveries, all of it. Yeah, that's just so weird. Your neighborhood system is being nosy. You know what? That is weird, because honestly, it feels like it's going to keep getting hotter here. So I'm kind of concerned about that. Yeah, Juju's Walmart has not gotten any better. And I was really hoping that if my Walmarts were getting better, then Juju's Walmarts were getting better. And I know Grace has even had issues with hers. And honestly, that's why I stopped using DoorDash and Grubhub, because I would order like Dunkin' Donuts, like coffee drinks, and like the kids would want donuts, and I'd be like, okay, you know what? As a treat, we're gonna order this. Cool. I'll get a nice coffee, and they would like I'd put the order in, and Dunkin' Donuts would go ahead and make it, and then a DoorDasher or Grubhub driver wouldn't pick it up for 2 hours, and then if they even delivered it at all, sometimes we didn't get our stuff. It was really bad. And another issue that we have is when people see what our address is, especially for things like DoorDash, Grubhub, um, deliveries through like Uber or Lyft. When they see where the location is, they won't come out here. And that's kind of sad, because our community isn't like most mobile home communities. Ours is actually like cleaned up, like all the homes are newer now, and it's like a well manicured area, whereas there's another one close to me that looks like, oh my goodness, like, are those trailers gonna be okay? So oh my goodness. See, that's even worse. It's like when you, yeah, like I think Wendy's is like that. You can order through the Wendy's app, but then they get a DoorDash driver. And then if something goes wrong, you'll call Wendy's, but Wendy's will tell you to call DoorDash, and it's like, who's actually supposed to handle the situation, and how are you supposed to get your money back? It, it's frustrating, and it's irritating, and you should be angry. I mean, I'd be angry. Oh, Cristola. That's kind of okay. The only reason why we get delivery from certain places is because the highway is near us, but we're like way south of Atlanta, and luckily we do have like a exit to the highway close to us that actually has things, and so we do have like restaurants near us, but they're all chain restaurants. It's like nothing good. Uh, we have a Subway, but it's not even worth going to anymore. And then if you want anything that's not fast food, you have to go into Fayetteville, and that's a 30-minute drive just to get there and a 30-minute drive to get back. Um, and it's not worth it. That's why I usually cook so much, because why would you even want to go? By the time you got home, it'd be cold. Yeah, and they have upped the prices so much since COVID. It's like the pandemic happened, and then they jacked the prices all the way up, like just ridiculous. Yeah, see, they're just giving you the runaround on that, and then you call the restaurant, and they're like, "Oh, well, you got to take that up with DoorDash," and it'll be like a back and forth like that, and it's ridiculous. Oh yeah, and then you have to have the order minimum. Oh my goodness. Hey, Sally B. Tonight has actually been the first night in like almost 2 weeks that I've kind of felt like normal too. By the way, y'all, I'm actually not falling asleep all over myself, and it's like 10:15, which is messed up because I do need to go to bed tonight because I have a busy day tomorrow. I'm gonna watch a stream, and then I'm gonna go to bed after the stream. After this stream, I'm gonna go watch another stream, and then I'm gonna go to bed. But oh goodness. Well, I hope you don't have any of those because, ooh, that's never fun. But my doctor put me on a new medication, right? And yeah, Grace, I've been like that since not this past weekend, but the weekend before that. Like I'd be talking to Juju or Fish Nerd or anyone, and I'd just pass out. I'd be like, "Oh, I fell asleep again." Um, but it was mostly because of a medication they gave me, and it was having a weird interaction with another medication I was taking. And the doctor finally figured that out because I was like, look, you know what? I understand the first couple of days, even the first week, but we're moving into week 2. And this is just not funny. So I was like, I need to figure this out. And then they called me Monday and told me to stop taking it. So I stopped taking it. And surprise, I feel better. Who knew? And then Mr. Mousy gets mad because I've always had a problem with doing that. Like, I'll just stop taking a medication. And he's like, you can't do that. Um, but the one time I actually finished all of an antibiotic, I lost all the skin on my arms, my hands, my feet, my legs. And, it's like, this is what I get. It's like, I took it all, and now I'm allergic to it. It was a cylindromycin, and I had some sort of allergic reaction to it, but I had to go back to the ER. They had to pump me full of like Benadryl and Ativan to get me to stop swelling and busting out in red hives everywhere. It was fun. Great time. Uh, it's not storming here right now, but it is very muggy. It wasn't scarlet fever. They gave it a name. Um, I can't take that type of antibiotic ever again. They're like, whatever you do, do not take that. Um, I need to see if I can look it up. It's in my like all of my doctor's files on it, and I also can't get a DTaP vaccine because I'm allergic to something that's in that too. So that's fun. It's like, I just, yeah, you can't get tetanus. Well, I can get tetanus because I can't get the vaccine. So, yeah, that's another one, Mrs. C, that I can't have. Anything that's related to penicillin. So it kind of makes having an antibiotic like really hard to, it's like you get an infection and then they have to be careful with what they give you. But they were, I told them about the issues that I had with antibiotics. They were like, "Oh no, you'll be fine. You'll be fine." I was totally not fine. I actually, the only reason I thought about it is because I was looking on Facebook and going um, through pictures, and I actually found the pictures from where I had lost the skin on my hands. And I guess I had taken pictures of it with my hands being really swollen up and like the skin lifting. I mean, it wasn't bloody or gory or anything like that. It was like the skin, like that top layer of skin had just dried it up and it just came off. It just fell off. Yeah, to sulfur. I'm allergic to sulfur and sulfa medication. Um, be careful if you have to get a DTaP. Just if you ever need to get a booster, be real careful with that because me and my sister both have that same issue. And anytime we get a DTaP, we get like a really high, almost like 105 fever, and we bust out in hives. Wow, that is more common than I thought. And I didn't know that the DTaP virus, or not virus, vaccine, um, like we didn't know that it was related to that at all. Um, but yeah, I won't take an antibiotic unless it's like really bad, just because like there's always that risk of you having a reaction to it, and I really don't want to have to go through that ever again. That was like that was not a fun day or week because it hurt. I thought because at first I thought I was having like an eczema flare up, and we went to the store, we showed it, I showed it to the to the Walmart pharmacist, and they were like, "Oh yeah, go get you some of this cream. It'll be fine." Then like I used that for like a day, and it's still getting like really bad. And we went to CVS, and the minute I walked up to the counter, they were like, "You need to go to the hospital like right now because you're having an allergic reaction. So you need to just go." Yeah, unless it's really imperative, like unless you've you know gotten cut with something metal, uh, try not to get one. uh, like I said, I don't know if it would affect you the same way it affects me, but I know I can't get one. And I think it had happened to us twice because my mom got us our first one and then got us a booster. And after the second time, they were like, "Yeah, don't do that to them again." It's like, "Oh, you couldn't have figured that out the first time." Like, thanks, mom. But times were different. It was the '80s. I really think our doctor was, you know, yeah. I kind of think he was like severely sadistic. Oh my goodness, that oh. So on the same kind of thing, there was one time the pharmacy actually, Mr. Mousie's blood pressure medication, right? Apparently, there's two drugs with a similar name, and they gave him like a whole different medication. It wasn't even for blood pressure, and we caught it. Luckily, we caught it, and he didn't take it. But man, that would have sucked. I need to look on that because I know like um when I was younger, the way that the DTAP schedule was is different than it is now. But that was again like 80 something. Okay, let's see if we got up here. Okay, so like now they give okay like when you're a child. So we didn't start getting our vaccines until a lot later in life. I only know this is because the only reason I remember this is because the school had actually finally started asking for the vaccine records where we lived. I forget why, but apparently we had not had any of our vaccines. I don't know what my mom's reasoning for that was or wasn't, but she went and she finally got us vaccinated. And from what I'm reading here on the internet, it's like children get 5 doses of it. Um, and at our second dose, they realized we had a serious problem. So we didn't finish getting our schedule of that vaccine at all. Like they just the health department gave my mom a letter for both me and my sister, and I need to see if one of us still has it because that would come in handy. Um, I guess I could get one from my doctor. But yeah, like now normally, like after you finish your schedule, you only have to get one like every 10 years. Um, or if you don't remember when you got one and you like step on something metal or you cut yourself. That I do remember because they gave Jennifer, my sister-in-law, one when she was bit in the face by a cat. I don't know why. Um, but she also got rabies shots too, and the tetanus shot. So that was fun. Oh, I'm hoping she never has to get a tetanus shot again because yeah. Juju, I can honestly see you sitting there with his little planner, like his little pill box, and having to split his little medications up. Oh, like I could just be like, you like sitting there, just preparing them, because yeah, I just wow, like that's Sally, that's a lot of meds to increase it by. Glad you caught that. See, how did I know he had a little pill box? Oh, I can see you being very meticulous about his medication, just because I know how much you love your squid. Well, it is pushing that hour mark, and I think I am going to wrap this up so I can go watch this other live stream. And I'll be back Sunday. Tomorrow night, I will put on the aquarium cam at around midnight. So if anyone wants to watch it, wants to stop by, hang out, chat, because I'm going to be babysitting. So I'm going to have the kiddos, and they like to stay up all night. So, party. But while they're watching a movie, I can pop on the aquarium cam and let that run. So, yeah, fun times. Yes, and I can tell y'all this. Juju always gets on to me about my medications. So I'm very thankful for that, because someone needs to besides Mr. Mousy, because he doesn't always get it. No, I don't have the kids tonight. I'm getting them tomorrow night. They're going to drop them off at like 5 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Um, and Ray's going to watch them while I'm doing shenanigans and doing that for me. And then hopefully I'm going to get them to go to bed. If I can't, like I said, we'll just watch movies until they come get picked up. So, you know. Oh, no problem, Sally. Come back anytime. I'm usually here on Wednesdays and Sundays. And Thursday over on Shenanigans. Hey, Juju, can you drop that link for me? or Grace or Mrs. C. Over on Shenanigans, we hang out over there on Thursdays. Crystal, the kiddos are 5 and 2. It's Araya and Adara, and they are the cutest little kiddos that I've hung out with in a while. Are you not modded, Mrs. C? How did I not do that? Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. But yeah, I have the kids. Let's see, I've got them tomorrow. Uh, yeah, tomorrow, and then I don't have them. I'm not going to have them this weekend, but the following weekend and the weekend after that, I'll have them. Um, so yeah, if you do have any new movie suggestions, even if it is a little older, because she's seen like every movie for her age group that there is. So, but yeah, all right, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Oh yeah, that's right. I will be there for that one. I love a good am I the asshole version. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out now, and I will see y'all tomorrow over on Shenanigans, and I'll be back Sunday. And like I said, we'll get the whole aquarium stream worked out. Bye, y'all. Night.